This is our mountain in Japan. We don't live here yet because, well, it's not quite livable yet. For now, it's home to a bunch of wildlife, including monkeys, lots of deer, some wild boar that don't look too amused, and the occasional stray cat. Let me bring you up to speed on how we came to have this mountain. We bought this slice of paradise overlooking the Pacific Ocean near the town of Shimoda. We're about 2 hours south of Mount Fuji. My wife and I intend to build a mortgage-free house by ourselves on weekends and days off. That's us having a bite to eat. We're DIYers with not a lot of experience or skills, but we're ambitious, willing to make mistakes, willing to learn. Shimoda is a beach town, with 9 or 10 different ones to choose from. Summers are full of beach-seeking tourists, and there's always plenty to do and see for families and individuals alike. There are plenty of surfers that come here to enjoy the waves. Each beach has its own character, and all are looking out onto that wonderful Pacific Ocean. It's really a great place to live. We enjoy the outdoors ourselves as much as possible, and that's partly why we wanted an undeveloped plot of land on a mountain outside of town. We want to be able to have a camp out or a welcome to the day breakfast and still be home. Our mountain land is steep and wild, and challenges us every day, but has a wonderful view of the Pacific Ocean. It also has a 35 kilowatt-hour solar system that the previous owner installed. We spent about a year cutting down trees to open up the land. This was our introduction to chainsaws and big equipment. It was a lot of hard work, but rewarding work. Many trees we found were diseased and or standing dead, so clearing them up is good for the land. It also gives us a lot of firewood for the future wood stove. Then we started building roads. As a complete newbie to construction or big equipment or logging, etc., we had to learn how to operate machinery to help us. You could say I learned how to drive an excavator the hard way. That was an expensive mistake. And it sent us to get some much-needed equipment training. We searched around and found a 2-day excavator course at the foot of Mount Fuji, and now we are both licensed excavator operators. Rather than wreck another rental machine, I bought my own excavator, and a bobcat, and a mini dumper, and a bunch of other machinery and tools. I'll sell the big ones eventually, but for now, I need them to build our house and property, and they're proving to be a useful investment. Since the whole purpose of having this land is to build our future forever home, and since we've never built a wooden house before, I needed some practice. The tiny house, which is a great marketing name for a wooden storage shed, was my practice project. My construction style of choice for this shed is a timber frame. This is a traditional style of building that uses large timbers and joinery and wooden pegs instead of 2x4s and nails or screws. The tools of choice are the chisel and mallet and saw and ruler. It's a very hands-on type of construction, which is completely new to me. It's all new to me, actually, so I have to be serious about learning. That's when my dog, Bee, comes in. She accompanies me most everywhere I go and reminds me, in her own unique way, to relax. Since there are no large flat areas on the mountain, I cut my timbers off-site and truck them up the mountain myself. As with any building structure, a foundation was necessary, so I got the help of one experienced friend and we poured it ourselves. Once the foundation was in, we started at the bottom and built our way up, trimming and adjusting each timber as necessary. Standing up those first timber frame bents was very satisfying, and over the next few weekends I made steady progress. Working on a small shed like this, I'm able to muscle things into place by myself. I'm sure I'll need help though when I get to the main house. After several weekends, I had the frame completed. As I said, I know next to nothing about construction, but I'm learning as I go. After the frame was up, I moved on to cladding the building. For siding, I chose yakisugi, a Japanese technique of burning the wood. Very exciting. You wait a second before putting it up. And then comes windows and doors. A house wouldn't be much use without fine finished floors also, would it? The tiny house/woodshed taught me a lot about timber framing. I've got a full playlist of videos called Timber Framing in Japan that cover that build if you're interested. I've been learning other skills as well, such as building shelving, putting in a large deck, even making a freight escalator of sorts for bringing materials up the mountain. I welcome you to visit my channel and watch these videos, and if you like what you see, please like and subscribe to follow along. At this point, even after all this preparation, it feels like we're just getting started. And that's true in a sense. We spent the last year in planning mode. Our second architect has been a wonderful experience, and he's submitted plans for our house that have now been approved. So construction really is about to begin. We're a very small channel, so your engagement really helps us grow. If you like what you see, please join us by subscribing and following our channel as we build our timber frame forever home in the mountains of Japan. Before I let you go, let me share some channel information you may find useful. Those of you who know that Shimoda Life is a vlog. I tell stories over multiple episodes since I have a day job and only do videos on the weekends. And there is lots of camera-facing dialogue. For me, this has been a great way to connect with you, the audience. But I decided to create a new channel with a new format and try and attract a new audience. The new channel is Rock the Mountain. The videos have similar content but are edited to be shorter and more concise. This means I can tell full stories that start and stop within each video. For comparison, on Shimoda Life, it may take me 4 or 5 videos to tell a complete story. The tiny house series itself took over 13 videos. So if you think this might be to your liking, please visit Rock the Mountain. Have a look-see, then like and subscribe. Thanks.